Rolling.
Tell us about yourself and your function in relation to the Aviation University of the Americas.
Well, the Aviation University of the Americas was a concept, and even though it's now in its embryonic stages, the concept is at least 6 years old. I'd envisioned it under prayer, and I really did believe there was a university needed that offered a little more explicitly what students wanted to do. Hence the birth of the Aviation University of the Americas.
Why was the decision taken to establish the Aviation University of Americas, and how did it come into existence?
Well, as I said before, the existence was almost predestined, because when the JC Aviation program started, I always did want to transform the whole school to university status. And I believe even at that stage, the university was not just a natural progression, but the reality is pilots now need degrees if you want to be competitive in a lot of the first world countries. Hence, as I said, the birth of the Aviation University of the Americas.
Is there an age limit or threshold for attending the Aviation University of the Americas?
As with all universities, you are not allowed to have any age stipulation. You can join as young as you wish, as long as you are qualified. So it's not impossible for a 12-year-old to be a candidate for the university. It's just highly improbable. So the average age with the prerequisites would be somewhere around age 17, but there's no limit. You can, as long as you can handle the schoolwork, probably I would limit out about at 115.
Are there provisions or accommodations for full-time employed adults?
Provisions, yes. We have living facilities on the campus, actually, in Maypen at Denby. And we have the facilities which are actually, as we speak, being improved for the reality not just for overseas students, but students who will not be in the same vicinity of Maypen.
How affordable are the tuition fees when compared to other tertiary institutions, and are payment options available?
The student fees is probably the biggest stumbling block for many youngsters and irrespective of age trying to get into university. But that's something we thought out and already worked out. That's why you can see that all CARICOM nationals comparatively are paying what they recognize universities are paying, which is 2014 under a million Jamaican. So comparatively, the prices stand up very strongly. And we believe payment options are the only way to go. So yes, you can pay term by term, year by year.
Who would you advise to come to the institution?
I would advise anybody who wishes to challenge themselves physically and mentally, and anyone who would like a career directly or indirectly associated with aviation. But I would also believe the broader public, the broader student public, has a place at the university, because the degree is something that can be used even if you are not directly connected to aviation.
What is your vision of the institution in 5 years?
I think I'd like the university to be not just world known. I'd like it to be the standard to be judged by. I'd like, when they're talking about aviation universities, the University of the Americas name gets called in a positive light. In 5 years, I'd like all the students to be a beacon and I would really envision that we will have campuses not just at Denby and Mobay, but around the general Caribbean.
What advice would you give to prospective students? Why should they make Aviation University of the Americas their choice?
Well, that's a good question, but it's actually quite rhetorical, because I believe right now we are one of the best universities that are operational.
That will be all, and I thank you very much, Mr. Dave Robertson.
Thank you for having me. I enjoyed it, and I believe that the support of you students is what is going to get the university to higher heights. Thank you very much.
All right, cut.